What up, guys? Yeah, we got another beer review today, and right now we're tackling Samuel Smith's Nut Brown Ale. Yes, 2 Samuel Smiths in a row. I got this a little while ago, and then all the holiday stuff hit, and I was doing that, but I really wanted to get into this. I just did the Winter Welcome Ale, so go check that out if you haven't. And this is my first official, all year round available Sam Smith beer that I will review. It's a nice can, nice sized can. I think it's larger than 12 ounces, I think. Yeah, 14.9 fluid ounces. You got almost 3 extra ounces of beer in this thing. So, all right, let us crack this open. A nice brown and gold can. In high school, one of our rivals in sports were the Rams, and their school colors were brown and gold. Kind of ugly, but I don't know. That's just what it reminds me of, this color, gold and brown. But all right, poured it out. Nice color. You cannot see through this at all. Very, I don't know if I call it thick, but a very dark brown. Not much head though. But anyways, let's get in the review and get into the smell. Oh yeah, there's a nice nuttiness to it. You have some of that maltiness. You got a nice, kind of barley aspect to it. If I was to smell it, I'd tell you the alcohol content was higher than the 5% ABV that's on here. But it's 5% ABV. So, definitely getting a strong barley malty aspect to it. But I think it smells pretty good. I'm not totally sure what to expect with the taste yet, but I'm going to recommend it on the smell. Now let's get into the taste. Yeah, there is a barley sweetness to it. Definitely like almost like a dark cherry molasses sweetness to it. Doesn't taste all that strong alcohol wise. From the smell, I thought it'd be higher, but it cuts. It's very nice, and it's smooth. It's got a nice, clean finish. Kind of just fades back to nothing. It's nice. You don't have that kind of harsh, chalky maltiness that kind of like clings to your tongue. Like, no, I don't want to go down. It's very clean and refreshing at the end. I like it. I don't know if it's necessarily all that complex. It's pretty straightforward. What you get at the front end is what you're getting at the back end. A bit of a salty nuttiness to it. That part's not really all that apparent. I feel like it's more dog's licking the wall. I feel like it's got more of that, more of the black cherry subtle molasses aspect to it. That's kind of, for me, that's the focal point of this beer. But it's a smooth one. It's not like crazy banging you over the head. It's just enough to be like, this is nice beer to drink. Maybe it's almost like an after dinner beer without being heavy and super strong in alcohol content. But I like it. Definitely enjoying it, so I'm going to recommend it on taste. All right, next category is value for price. And yeah, Samuel Smith is more expensive than a lot of your imports. That's one I went with the can because the can's smaller. And so it's a little more cost effective. I think it's probably about $3.50 for the can. So you're paying more than you would on a lot of imports and more on a lot of just kind of micro beers in the area. So keep that in mind. Granted, as I said in the last Samuel Smith review, you always know you're going to get a quality beer from them. That's just, and it's very classic British beer. You know, you're not getting super crazy flavors. It's very almost kind of traditional British beer, but it's going to be good. So you can't go wrong with it. But Rabbit Price, I mean, the thing with this beer is I feel like you can get a number of other kind of nut brown beers, maybe not as well refined as this, but you can get a number of other beers that are, you know, a rung below for less. This is a vegan beer, in case, you know, the matters do. But I'm gonna give it a half on Rabbit Price. I feel like there's enough other options out there for the nut brown style of beer that it might not be as good, but it will be much less. So you're paying more for the better flavor, but you know, I don't know. So I mean, I'm gonna give it a half. I don't know. Let's give it a half. But all right, next category is distinction. How distinct is it? And it's nicely done. It's refined. It's not like harsh. It's very, for a nut brown beer that has, you know, like all these different kind of characteristics going on. It's very smooth. It's enjoyably smooth. And it's something I feel like you can drink really year round. You can drink it during the winter time. It goes perfectly well in the winter. You know, if you want something that's a little darker and full of flavor, but not necessarily as heavy, it works well. And it's a great, you know, it's fine for summertime too. When you want something a little darker than your average like wheat or whatever summer beer you're drinking. So I think it's great for that. Everything checks off the boxes for me for distinction, so I'm going to recommend it on distinction. Next category is drinkability, and yeah, it's the smoothness. It's the smoothness to it that I really dig. I mean, it has that kind of sweetness to it, which I feel like helps with any of the kind of like harsher edges that a maltiness might give it. I feel like it's smooth, it's nice, it doesn't, you know, linger too long, and the taste that does linger is nice. It's, you know, it's not like, ugh. So I dig it. I think it's very drinkable. This is something that you can just, you know, crack open and just enjoy it. And it's one of those beers I think would also taste good if, you know, the beer is left out a little longer and it's a little more room temperature. I feel like it'd go well with that too. Like, so you're not like chugging the beer super fast because it's starting to get warm. It's going to taste like piss. It's not one of those beers. So drinkability, yes, I'm going to recommend it for that. Last category is when I buy it again, and I mean, it tastes good. I like it. It's refreshing. It's smooth. It's a nice change of pace because you're not probably reaching for a nut brown ale all that often. So it's a nice change of pace to whatever it is you're drinking. It's something that you could have year round and be right at home. It's something that you can eat with most food. It's just a solid tasting beer, and yeah, I would have absolutely no problem buying this again. So I will recommend it buying it again. And all right, let's see if this has any blurbs on it. No, this can does not have any background information on it other than don't drink this while you're pregnant. So keep that in mind. But all right, that is the review. The next beer coming up will be back to seasonal. I only have like 1 or 2 non-seasonal beers left in the fridge that I want to get through before we just kind of ride it out at the end of the year. But hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's any other beers I should be doing that you want to check out. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. But anyways, that's the review. So for myself and for Samuel Smith's Nut Brown Ale, take it easy.